Hello, I'm Brian Pruzo with Overcoming Obstacles to Health. Hope you're having a great day. Today, I'm wanting to do some work on the feet and ankles, and of course some tie-in that we have tension can either come from there or tie in as well is the knees and the hips. So we'll start out just getting in a position like this. Whatever leg you want to start with, back behind, and shifting the weight forward and back. So we're focusing on the leg that's behind right now, on the foot. I'm maybe coming up onto the toes, the tip of the toes, as things feel okay to do that. And I can even come forward to where I'm kind of rolling onto the toes, the top of the foot a little bit. Might put a lot more weight in the front foot, so as to make that a little easier. Now this is commonly done, but let's change it up. So we can turn the heel out now. So I do the same thing, shifting forward and back. Now I've got some more focus on the pinky toe side of my foot. It changes a little bit in the knee and the hip as well. I can come up onto the toes, maybe roll slightly on to the top of the toes there. And then we change it up again. So bring that heel back to center and then turn it all the way. So what's comfortable position for you to turn it in. But make sure you turn it farther, because we could just keep it straight and then we're doing the same one that we did at the beginning. So back and forth, big toe side of the foot can roll up onto the toe. And of course you want to do that on the other side. So you want to do the exact same thing on the other side, playing with that, straight, heel out, heel in. I'm going to skip ahead. You can pause it if you want and do the other side. All right, so then we'll do this other one. It's more work in the knee and the ankle. And it's kind of like you're stepping forward. You're trying to squash something. I'm not in the habit of squashing bugs anymore. But anyways, that's kind of the idea, like you're doing something like that. So my heel is lifted. Just imagine you're drawing a circle with your knee, and you can change direction. Now if I leave my knee pretty loose, then I'll get a little more work maybe on the ankle and the hip. Now I could stiffen my knee, and I should say that would actually focus a little bit more. Depends on what you've got, where your tension's tied in. If it's coming from the knee down to your ankle, or you feel it mostly in the foot, or you feel it up in your hip. But I can stiffen my hip, I could stiffen my knee, I could stiffen my ankle. If I stiffen my ankle, then I've got to move my hip more and rotate. So kind of playing around, going different directions. And then like we did with the foot behind us, so this usually happens on the big toe side of the foot instinctively. So I'm going to draw my foot in a little further because I want to get on the pinky toe side of the foot, and I might have to turn my knee out a little bit. And then I work this here. So I go in little circles and then change direction. And of course you want to do the same thing on the other side, your big toe side. You know, I'm doing it real fast here, and then pull the foot in and do that as well. So also you can do some stuff sitting in a chair. You could even use a bridge type position. So I've got a chair here I'm going to use for demonstration purposes. So I might just lift the heels, and so I'm getting a straight line here. And I could put my hands here, take some of that weight off. I could do one foot at a time and just kind of, this is kind of an exercise that you could do when you're sitting if you want to do something without getting up. And I can, in this position, I can also turn. So I got the knee lifted, heel lifted, turn out to the side. Turn here, work the inside or outside of my foot. And then I can also work the top of the foot. And this is going to work your hip too. So you're opening up because maybe you're sitting in a chair a lot. So I could turn the heel in or out. If I'm going to turn it in, I might have to pull my foot underneath the chair a little bit to get that underneath. So you of course want to do that on both sides. In a bridge, kind of a modified bridge, you can also do something working with the feet a little different than we normally do, is to lift the heels up, I should say. So now I'm focusing more on just lifting the heels. May not be able to push my hips up as high. And I can lower it down. I could alternate. Just kind of an exercise in this position doing this. And then something we may just get ourselves into kind of like a lunge position, either warrior 1 or warrior 2 if you practice yoga. So in this position, I will get to where I have one foot facing off to the side and one facing forward. I put a bend in the knee. If you're doing a warrior 2, you put your arms up like this. Right now, we're going to focus on the feet. So I'm going to start to twist my body this way. And if I keep my foot there, I'm working the ankle. I'm usually putting more weight on the big toe side of the foot. And I can shift more weight over to this leg if I want to do less in this foot back here. I can also just rotate over this way. So I'm still keeping this foot in position, your left foot. And then I'm shifting more weight to the outside of the foot is the tendency. So then I pull my hips back to adjust, weight to the inside of the foot, or go inside, out. And then here I can incorporate the hip. So now I'm facing more forward. This will be more like, warrior 1. And I can turn my hip in. So my heel is now turning out. And I can turn it this way. And I can push back and forth a little bit from here if I wanted to. This front leg, I could turn this knee in to work on the knee down to the inside of the ankle. Or I can turn it out. So I'm basically doing a little turn in, a little turn out to the outside edge of my foot. So allow your foot to move, your hip to move freely to make this happen. I can sink down lower if I want to work some of this, or I can switch my weight from one foot to the other, add more or less to play around. So hopefully you found that beneficial. It's a lot of different things. I'm going to be making some more videos on different things. I incorporate these in my functional fusion classes and sometimes in yoga classes if it's appropriate to the class. So if you like the video, please do so and subscribe. And I also have Facebook and Instagram pages as well. The easiest way to find everything is to go to my website, brianpruzzo.com. Has the hyperlinks, and also I have some classes that I mentioned are available. Besides some of these YouTube videos that I have for stretching, active stretches. So thanks again for joining me. Any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. Have a great day.